Your Excellency and all who are here, I'll just try and address the issue of that is not tenable. And therefore, it means more debt, it means more taxes. Messages come, listen to your people. Some of it is overtaxing. What are you doing in your own center? That should be the fundamental question here. Previously, we targeted at trying to address the issue of suck the energy out of the economy by a bloated wage bill to bite us because we are not taking quick decisions. Particularly, the labor court. When you give awards
as your soldiers and we carry out those instructions, what are your expectations? Effective public service culture. And on the same breath,
must address ourselves to productivity. I think number one, employing, as you've heard, we need the dichotomy of our public service is right in there. And it is the reason why we have, this is my take on what I think of what the public, we will need leadership from the counties, from the national government, of all the arms of government to make sure.
The ministry is also cognizant of the fact that this is not the only issue that we have to deal with to reduce our recurrent expenditure, which continues to frustrate our ambitions. As we open our balance sheet every year, we open with an irrevocable commitment to fund several programs, to fund our free primary program, to fund our free secondary program, to fund our fertilizer subsidy program, to fund our social protection, to fund our counties, to fund our NGCDF. I don't know why anybody would want to be the president of this country. Because even before we open the year, we are opening with so many commitments which are irrevocable and which are non-discretionary. So to add to this issue of the wage bill shows that we really are already operating within a very constrained fiscal space, and so therefore we must do. And in this regard, my ministry commits on behalf of national government to do 4 things. 1, I'll be shortly moving to cabinet to seek cabinet approval that all staff establishment as approved, subject to cabinet approval, will remain suspended until review of the same is done, so that we can ask ourselves whether those establishments make sense or not. Secondly, my ministry is going to spearhead a government-wide program of looking at our processes, reviewing our processes, asking ourselves which processes are not making sense, asking ourselves which processes can be done using digitization, so that as we review our establishment, that we are able to have a public service that is fit for purpose. Thirdly, Your Excellency, as has been mentioned in the commitment, is to ensure that by December 2024, we migrate everybody from the president to the smallest person, to the driver within public service, to a system of performance management, and that one we will implement. Finally, Your Excellency, is on the issue of training. All public servants must be trained. To have public servants who are not trained is like taking someone from the streets, giving them a gun, recruiting them into the police service without taking them to Kikanjo and expecting them to perform. Everyone must be trained so that we can all act in a consistent, coherent manner so as to build our value system within the public service.
Today we are gathered here on a very fundamental issue. And what I want to acknowledge is that we are all resolving that the target of 35% to revenue ratio on the wage bill is significant, it's important, it's a critical target. You are resolving to be part of a team that is now going to be enjoined to Zakayo, in quotes, so that you can be part of these tough decisions that have got to be made. The President of the Republic of Kenya has been making very tough decisions, extremely tough, because the status of the economy that was inherited by the Kenya Kwanza government was extremely difficult, and it remains difficult. So difficult decisions have got to be made to deal with debt, to deal with revenue, to deal with security, and so many other things. And what we are addressing here, and the resolve that we shall have in making sure that we can follow through on this, is going to be both bitter, sour, but ultimately sweet for the people of Kenya if we do it right, and we do it knowing that we have a target set collectively to improve the well-being of the country.
The issue of productivity being key, Your Excellency, must cascade across even county governments. And on behalf of my colleagues, I would like to give a commitment to the implementation of the main target of reducing the wage bill to 35% by 2027. We will endeavor to do that. Your Excellency, we will also review our structures to ensure that they are aligned. We will also commit on behalf of all the governments that will also review all the staff that are working in the county governments to confirm that we also, at the level of the county governments, weed out any individuals with fake certificates. Your Excellency, that is the only way to improve our productivity. In conclusion, I would like to share from the quote by Napoleon Hill, which states that the starting point of all achievements is desire. Our desired outcome of this conference is to see the wage bill go down. This is achievable. The current administration has given us the space to thrive. Let us take advantage and prove to all the naysayers that indeed the public service is the cornerstone of service delivery. Therefore, let us take a quantum leap and huge steps to take our country to the next level. As county governments, we commit to implement the resolutions arising from this conference.
Your Excellency, this issue of fake certificates, you have been known in this country now. You are on record. The hallmark of great leadership is to make difficult, hard decisions, sometimes unpopular. Since you came to office, you have made some hard decisions that from the look of it were looking very unpopular. But today, as we speak, Kenyans are saying you knew something and you did the right thing. In this matter, wage bill, in this matter of fake certificates, Your Excellency, I want to encourage you, make hard decisions that will be beneficial to this country. And that will form part of your legacy.